we're going to start again. We are here in Lake Michigan, fishing for pike, top water style. Rod I'm using, Cosmo Cast 6-foot, 3-inch sport. A 1 to 3 ounce lure setup. I'll be using much lighter lure. 50-pound test max. The reel that I'm using is a Cyclone 6500 Sport. And it's got a 48-pound line max. That's real nice. And I'm using X-Series braided monofilament. I got a 1/2 ounce walker with a number 3/0 hook. The other one I'll be using, if I can figure out what buttons I'm hitting here, is the WPT Power ESOX, I guess, Essex 250. It's a 45 or a 42-pound max line with a 5/8 to 2/0 or 2 ounce lure weight. I'll be using the Redfish 5500 reel. Again, X-Series braided. You'll see a lot of that where I'm at. I use it a lot. I love it. This one's got a 3/8 ounce hook, walker on it with a 1/0 hook. So I'm trying to finish what I'm eating here. You gotta love cheesy meat. I'm gonna have crackers with it. Figured out I didn't have crackers too late. Oh well, it works. Alright, now the spot we'll be fishing is known as Pike Alley. For those of you who know where it's at, cool, you know how to get there. For those of you who don't, I will be showing you how to get there on a boat and sort of on the land. If you go there on the land, I have found either one of these two spots is about the exact same distance, so it really doesn't matter. You have this one, King of the Green Bay. If you spawn there and go around to the back side of the lake opposite of this boat here that's down here by the woods of the eastern bank, you'll go back to that little spot back in there. I'll show you in more detail in a minute. You can also spawn here on woods of the eastern bank and just walk the bankside all the way back into that little cove back there. Alright. Where we'll be starting out at is right here at Fairy Tale Fishing. Alright. Now the baits that we will be using are nothing but top water. I will not be using bait. I have baits, but I will not be using them. We'll be using poppers, frog walkers, frog poppers. We'll be doing some regular walkers, and we're going to see how all that works out in our advantage and see if it's maybe faster to do it this way, maybe better, maybe easier for farming. Whatever it is, we will find out. Guaranteed. Do the do. Alright, probably should have done this in a private lobby. Let's go ahead and do that really quick. Let's just go ahead. And we'll be that guy. And we'll do a friends only in case I got some friends that wish to join me up here. They can join me in Michigan. If not, that's fine too. Now, you see I've got a boat. That's my boat. I own it. I'm fancy. Woohoo. For those of you before who are new to the whole motorboat, these are actually kind of nice. You got to look at it. Start the motor here. Oh, horrible start. There we go. Alright. And then you kind of just do this here. Now, you can sit here and troll just like this. Alright. Now, you're trolling 3 miles an hour. You can... Well, let's just go ahead... And I don't think I have anything for it, but we'll just do a demonstration here. Yeah, pull out your rod here. Choose what baits you want. You know what? I do actually have one, and I think it'll work. I I think this will work. It's 2 ounces, so I'm hoping that it'll kind of sink down just a smidgen. Oh, perfect. So if I want it to go a little further down, I'll do that right there. Now this is Fishing Planet's version of trolling. I don't know what happens if you put your pole down. They're like, can you even put your pole down? Oh no. Can't do anything while my pole is in my hand here. But this is their version of trolling. You would do this. You want to have a different line or something out, you would obviously just bam. Oh, what the snap? What was that all about? Something hit me hard there. I was going the wrong dadgummy way. I got a boat somewhere out here I'm fitting to run into, I feel. Yeah, I'm fitting to hit him. I better get her up off the water here, huh? I have not done much of the trolling in this game. I would like to. Like I said, I've done a little bit of messing around on it, but nothing major. Alright, now we have control again, and we can throttle down even. See, it's saying I got fish below me here. So if I go to 1, I'm cruising very slow here. Very, very slow. You just hit X and you pull out to your setup here. Cast it way out there. And sadly enough, you can't sit back down with it, but I should be able to do a little bit of trolling. This is a really big hook. Just do a little bit of this trolling for a minute. Because right over here is where you guys spawn in on banks of the eastern woods. We'll go ahead and we'll just reel this in and we'll get to where we're getting to. Get to the good stuff here. I know that's what you guys are here for. Go back to my motor here. Now where you'll spawn in is, see if I can see around here. There's the docks there. You'll spawn in somewhere around over here. Alright. And the motor is really loud. Like really loud. But it's, you know, it's alright. You'll spawn over there, somewhere around in that area, and you'll just walk along the bank here. Alright, you'll just keep walking along the bank in this direction, which is north. Alright, you cruise to the north here, and you just kind of keep moseying around the bank. Now, the other spot you spawn in is actually right over there. You'll spawn in over there on the greenwood, or the, no, it's over here, I want to say. Somewhere around in here you'll spawn in for the, what is it called? The King of the Greens or whatever. King of the Bay or something like that. But you'll have to walk all the way around the lake there. And here you can fish for most of it while you're walking if you wanted to. You don't have to, but you can. It's, you know, good fun. And where you're going to go is right up in here. And I'll show you on the lake so you guys know more whereabouts I am. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's just go a little further over here. And we'll kind of cruise this way a smidgen here. There we go. Now, the location and where we are. Bring up your map. Okay. We are here. Now, this is where the dock is to the ocean and everything. This is where you'll spawn in on the dock. This is Dock of the Fairy Tales right there. This right here is Bank of the Eastern Woods. That is the other spot you will spawn in at. You'll notice I'm just back here in this shallow little covert out here, just hanging around. The bank is out in here somewhere. All right, and that marker is where you're wanting to fish. You see it here on mine. You're wanting to fish anywhere in this area, right around in here, out to about into here. You can probably fish it. I stick to between my buoy and here, and I try to, keep it around that area in there. Usually I'm fishing from the bank, which you'll be fishing from the bank right out over here. If you walk this way to the edge of these grass right here, there is actually a clearing you can see, and you'll have your pole out still. You cannot fish this entire area back in here. Alright, you can start fishing from there, and then right here it stops. You can't do nothing else until you get to right about in here somewhere, and then you can start fishing the water again. Now, I think personally that that's stupid. This is a really good spot of water back here. This is a really good area for a lot of bass and pike in general. But I'm not the game creator. I'm just the guy that plays the game. Love the game. Big fan of it. Now, as I was saying, we're doing top waters on this, so let's get it started here. Let's start out with a couple poppers. Let's try this here popper. We're going to go ahead and I'll show you guys the color of it and everything so you guys know. The popper I will be using is the 3/4 ounce 4/0 hook. This is the silver and green color, is what it says, with a red head. To me that looks more yellow and white, but hey, oh well. We are going to be using that one first, and we'll just go on down the line using all these here. I'll give you guys each time I switch it out, I'll let you know. We'll go ahead and we'll put this one on there. You notice it says terminal tackle is too light, cast will be short. Normally I'm not too worried about that because this stuff still is a beast. Is it this one I wanted? Yeah, there we go. Alright, this is the popper we're using to start out with. This is what they call the green and silver. That looks yellow and white to me, but whatever. Alright, we're just going to kind of toss it out here. A little ways, not too far. You want to kind of overcast where you're wanting. And just, get it at a 2. And just bam, keep it there. Fish on. Tighten up the drag a little bit here. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe. Alright, stop stop reeling while the fish is pulling. That's something else too. You gotta stop reeling while the fish is pulling. I don't know why I was trying to reel against him. I really thought that he wasn't that big, but he's obviously a good sized little fish here. He ain't a little fish, but he's not a huge fish either. He may be a good sized fish. This could be a trophy. It could be unique. You never know. Look at that. Trophy fish. First cast out. You gotta love a good trophy fish. Let's see if we can catch some more here. What I'll do is I'll do a series, we'll say 3 casts. And out of those casts, that was a really long cast. Out of those casts, we'll see which, how many times you get a hit. How many times I miss the fish. and how fast it happens, really. That one was pretty quick. I got about halfway through my pull. And it just, he nabbed it. Well, so far I'm 1 out of 2 casts. Of course, that was a pretty bad cast. That one was a lot better. We'll see how that one plays out. Oh, I missed him. Oh, no, I didn't. He got it. Ooh, man, he jumped right at me. Did y'all see that? He tried to kill me. Fish tried to assassinate me. All right, 6-pounder. So, okay, first cast was a trophy. Second cast was a bust. Third cast, 6-pound pike. Boom. Got that one on situated. Now, next one in line. Let's go with the... I actually have it equipped already. We're going to go ahead and equip it on the Cosmo cast. And this one is the yellow and red with black on it. Popper, 3/4 ounce, 4/0. It is also too light. But, you know, hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? They don't make very heavy poppers. Or any topwater for that matter. Because it's topwater. But, that was a horrible cast. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to recast that. See if we can get a little better cast there. That was a little better. We'll count that one. Alright. The first cast out was not all that great. Didn't do much. I'm going to go ahead and take it out quite a bit further and see. Okay, this one I can cast quite a ways out there and still not hit far, so that's good. Put a lot of power in that. I messed up when I started that. I should have determined how far I could cast before I tried to cast. Wow. 3 casts out. Well, 2 casts technically, we'll say. 2 casts out and not a hit one. We'll go cast number 3. It's a little further out. That was about where I was wanting to cast in the beginning of all this. Just so that I could have a good, setup pulling it back. This is not an action rod that I would say is good for poppers. You can use it, but it's kind of a meh. As you can see, it doesn't have very subtle motion. In fact, let's just go ahead and let's redo that one. But we'll go ahead and we'll put it on this rod instead. And then we'll do the... so we know the one that I've got equipped to my big rod, that one's a pretty good setup, and we're not even in the peak yet. We're getting there. We're at a good time to fish, but we're not at the peak yet. If I can equip the right pole, we're not going to discuss that. You guys didn't see that. Nobody saw that. All right. See, this one here, it casts so much further with this lighter rod and reel setup. You got to be careful so you don't max throw it here. Hit the bank. We're going to try this on a different rod that's more designed for it, we'll say. Bam! Fish on. Alright, so see, using the right rod does help a little bit. And this is a pike rod. This is a really good rod. So we'll say first cast out, 5-pound pike. I'll take a 5-pound northern pike. Can't go wrong with that. It's good money. These fish are worth quite a bit of money too. Like I said, this is for guys that are fishing them. They're bait fishing for them, and they're getting tired of sitting there all day doing pretty much the same thing. Where this way they could bring a plethora of different top waters and baits and stuff, and you could be float fishing while you're top water fishing now, Alright, second cast was no go. We'll do the third cast. And we will... Ooh, that was a really far cast. Was not wanting it there. Let's see if I can get it out of there without getting hung up. Alright, looking good. Bam! Oh, whoa. Fish it hit the water and a fish tried to take it. Oh! He's a hungry fish. Whatever he is was a hungry fish. He tried twice. And I wasn't even trying to reel it in. I just got it unstuck. Man, he wasn't hungry enough, I guess. He didn't want it that bad. He didn't want it that bad. All right. He wanted it, but not bad enough. So one fish on this one. We'll call that one all right. Now, next in line. We used this one already. No, we haven't. We haven't used this one yet. All right. So, next one in line is the topwater white and black. This is the, I guess, natural looking fish, more or less, supposedly. It's not a natural color, but that's what I would say. It looks more like a real fish than the rest of them. Alright. This is also 3/4. So it's going to get me out there a little ways. Oh. Bam! Fish on. First cast. Looking like a good healthy fish. Probably a good 7-8 pounder. 8-pound fish. Not bad. Not bad. We'll take an 8-pound fish. Look at $651 for an 8-pound fish. Can't go wrong with that. The experience is good. I'm using gear that's a little heavier for that fish than what's required, but you know, I'm not fishing for little fish. I'm fishing for big fish. You know, I want the big fish. All right. So far, it's 1 and 1. We'll see about how it all comes about. Nothing on that one. Nothing on that retrieve. Let's cast it out towards the bank a little further, or a little closer here. It's probably going to get hung up in it. I don't know. I may have missed it, but I'll probably hit these lily pads unless something hits it. Alright, well that one only caught one as well. So, we know that the poppers are kind of a hit and miss on there as far as the fish poppers go. Best one so far is the, what is this called? What is this one called again? Let's throw that one on there. This is the silver and green with the red head. It was not bad. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch to the frog walkers here, or frog poppers, and we're going to try them out. Now, frog poppers should work real good on these fish. They really love frogs. Honestly, they prefer them. I'm just going to put that out there. They prefer frog. These fish love the frog. These are walkers. They're frog walkers. I'm popper. I don't know why I called it a popper earlier. Got some frog poppers, but I'm not using that. This is the frog walker here. It's beautiful, beautiful frog walker. I've used it before with bass, and they really liked it. I haven't used it for the pike here. Bam! Oh, he hit it, but he let it be. Well, I got a strike, but it was not a good, solid strike. I missed him. We'll see how this pans out here on the second go around. Bam! Oh, that's twice it's been hit and nothing. So far, I'm 2 strikes on this one and no fish. It should be my fault that I'm not catching these fish, of course. There's nothing guaranteed. You're never going to set the hook every time, I suppose. I'll go ahead and down my tension a little bit. Oh. Bam. Oh, what? That's 3 hits. 3 casts and 3 hits. And I've missed all of them. And I saw that one coming. I knew when to hit it. That was perfect timing on my part. You may not like the taste of it. Spit it out before I could ever set the hook. Alright, so that one was a bust. We'll go to the next one in line here. And that is this is the black and yellow frog walker, 1/2 ounce, 2/0 hook. Let's see what we can bring up here. Doing 3 casts apiece. This is a good way to get a best, ratio quickly. If you can do 3 casts and you can catch a fish all 3 casts, it's a good setup. Wow. Can't believe I missed that thing again, man. Man, these frogs, I don't know if they're good for pike. They should be. They should be phenomenal for pike because, like I said, pike really love frogs. They're all over these banks in real life. I'm sure of it. Oh, got one, finally. Alright. Got one on the frog, and it's a trophy. 3rd cast. Alright, so far this is the best frog that we've got. I think it's also the only other frog that we've got. So, the other one was the acid green and yellow. It didn't do too good. I got strikes. Didn't get really any good hits on it that were substantial. I caught one on the yellow and black here. And that was alright. Now, back to the frog poppers at hand here. I've got a bunch of these, but you'll notice a lot of them are duplicates. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start right here, and we'll use these 3, and then we'll move on down the line and see about these walkers here. So we'll start with the 5/8, and that's optimal. So I can go ahead and I can cast this thing for days. I'm not going to try to, of course. We'll start with this yellow one here. Nothing on the first cast. Let's see about the second cast. Oh, that was a good hit, and I missed it. My line was slack. That would have been a good fish. I already know that would have been a good fish. That was a big head on him. See if we can kind of hit that area again. See if we can't get him to strike. This is my last cast anyway. Hopefully something happens on this one. I'm not really keeping too good a track on this. I like fishing. You see them out there jumping. They're very active right now. And these are predatorial fish. They love live baits and they love topwater. Alright, well that one didn't work too well. Let's go on down to the red and black one here. We'll try it out. See how it does. Now my pink one should work pretty good. I have used it in the past. That was way too far to cast. It should work alright. It's caught me some pretty good fish. Especially down in Florida. Them peacock bass love that thing. Of course, they like anything really, but for some reason they really like that pink one. The largemouth do as well. There's cast number 1. Here's cast number 2. Cast number 2, here's cast number 3. You can see I'm casting out different ways. Bam! Fish on. Got him. Not a big one, but he'll do. That's one. On the final cast, pulled out a 6-pounder. Alright, so far the best one is just the regular popper. Now we'll put on the pink one here. This is another 5/8, 3/4 ounce pink frog popper. And we'll toss this bad boy out there a smidgen. Nothing on the first cast. That is way too far. Surprised I didn't hit bank right there. Alright, now. Nothing on the second cast. Looks like they don't like the pink one either. Getting too far, not as far. Oh, bam, what? Bam, what? Come on. That was twice he hit that thing hard. Alright, well, nothing on the pink one. So far, just the regular walkers. Now, or the regular poppers. Now, we're getting into the walker part of this. We got a patriotic walker right here we're going to try out real quick. So far, the best one to use is my green and silver with a red head popper. That's the one I got. That's my best bet so far because it's caught the most fish consistently. I caught 2 of them. Bam! Oh, wow. That thing hits the water in there after it. Alright. I like that. Bam! Ooh, Patriotic Walker pulls one in, and it is a good-sized one. 10 pounds, not bad. 10-pounder on the first cast with the Patriotic Walker. Now, if I just continuously catch fish on these walkers, we'll know to eliminate all other things here. We'll know that the walkers are your best topwater for these fish. First cast went great, second cast not so much. Let's see about the third cast. Third cast let me down. Alright, Patriotic Walker is at 1. Let's go with the lime green or acid green and yellow. See how that looks. Bam. Oh. Oh, they like this one a lot. Wow, this one's a good fighting fish here. Oh yeah, look at that, good fighting. Tighten him up a little bit, make him fight, wear him out. Look at that. Good fighting on this fish's half. I just pulled him in. He had a good fight on him, probably 12. 15-pounder, there we go. That's not bad. We'll take a 15-pound trophy all day long, right? Alright, so they like this acid green and yellow so far. Let's see how it goes. Oh, see there? Just as it got done, I thought it was over with. I pulled my bait too soon. I should have let it sit a little second longer, but I didn't. Cast 2 would have had a bite, probably had a fish, but I missed it. That was my fault. I assumed it being that close to the boat would not do much for me. Alright, cast number 3 didn't do me much either. Alright, well, let's move on into this here. Oops. Let's see, that's a natural. That's an acid tiger and then a natural. And you see, these are all about the same colors here. Let's try this perch. I've got a perch here. We're going to try it. The other ones are all the same colors, so I don't, the sizes are just determining on the size of fish you're going to want. We're looking at colors and how frequently they strike each one. So we're going to go with this perch colored one. And we're going to see how she flings. Wow, that was not too bad, but not great. Let's just see what kind of, activity we can work up here. First couple of seconds there, I had me a good hard hit. That was something there. I like that. Let's see how far we can get her out there. Boom, right about in that money maker right there. Bam. Really? Wow, I don't know what I'm doing today. I guess I'm just not on it today, guys. Sorry. Normally I'm a little more frequent on my strikes and hits there that I actually set them. I don't know what's going on here. Alright, last cast for the perch here. We'll get out there and see what we can pull in. Maybe something big, maybe something small, something. maybe? No? Alright. Alright, well, it's looking like you got a good choice with either regular poppers or walkers. If you have it, I would recommend the Patriotic Walker. If not, it's looking like, you know, these acid green and the naturals, those are the ones to go with. Let's go ahead and throw out another natural here and see what kind of mayhem we can stir up real quick. This is just a natural fish colored walker, nothing fancy. Nothing. Now, another spot to fish for these fish is actually out that direction. If you're fishing from the bank, you can stand right about where the tip of my pole is, right in there, and cast out this way towards the south there, far out as you can, along the bank though. You can also catch muskie doing this, so be very careful. You catch it at the right time of day and the muskie will just, it will tear you up. Bringing it back to the bank like this, you'll get loads of hits, you'll get bass, you'll get pike, you'll get muskie. You just get everything basically that's out in these waters for the most part that hits on this. This is a good predatory spot back here. It's not real deep. It's not real shallow. See, something just went for it. I don't know what. Missed it though. No big shocker there. But yeah, guys, that's top water fishing here for you. A couple ways you can do them. You can do it like I was doing it, which is just a standard. You know, you're reeling it in and you just pop it every once in a while, and you just kind of watch that little meter on the side with the dots, and you want to try and keep it somewhere in the good category. You know, in between 2 and 3 would be the optimal, but I've only had it at 3 a couple of times, and it's not even with a walker that I get it there. If it is, it's not because I intentionally did it, it's because I was trying to do something else and ended up getting there. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it taught you guys a thing or two about fishing for these fish top water style. You can pull them out all day if you stick with the one bait and you just sit there and throw it out over and over again. You find the one that works for you the best and utilize it. If you're more of a spoons kind of guy, medium spoons will catch these fish. In fact, I've got a couple here. And I'll throw one on real quick just to show you guys that are more of the medium spoon users. You can catch these fish on spoons. If it'll let me switch, thank you. Alright, now you got casting spoons. These are medium spoons here. You can do narrow spoons. I'm going to go ahead, let's go with this 1.5 ounce red. Alright. This is a 1.5 ounce red tiger 4/0 hook. Lob it out there a ways. And you just do a simple straight or stop and go. I'll crank it up a little bit on this one so that I can do this. Actually get it to come up off the ground a little bit there. This one's obviously a little heavy for my rod and reel setup, but you can do straights. You can sit here and just reel it in straight. See how it's just sitting there along the bottom, just kind of chilling. Just a simple straight return. You can do that if you want. I don't feel like it's all that great. Like I just got a hit, yeah, but as you can see, I missed it. Trying to set the hook because you just have that brief second to do it. Stop and go is a really good one, I feel, for just about any occasion. Do I have a lighter one of these? I do. Look at that. I'm going to go ahead and use a lighter one just because this is more of a light setup anyway. It doesn't do too well with the really big ones like that, but it doesn't do too bad with them either. I just like the way it does these ones a little more. As you can see, it's more of a stop and go. It's a little easier to make it do what you want it to. And boom. You bring it back in. Now, why I'm not catching one, I don't know. I know you can catch them on them. I've caught them before. Just messing around. Trying to catch them. Well, trying to catch just about anything, really. It may be that you need to keep it a little higher up to the top, because that's normally what I do. I keep it a little closer to the top, because predatory fish like to hunt from below. They're ambush predators. They hunt from the bottom up so the fish can't see them, and they hunt from the grass so that they're camoed and hidden better. Look, that one would be perfect. Let's go ahead and throw this one on here. I didn't even know I had this one in here, and that's kind of cool. It was either heavy or light, and I was really not wanting to do that. We'll go with this one here. And we'll do the simple stop and go up off the bottom there. Another one you can do is called the lift and drop. You just reel it, pull up, let it drop back down. Reel it, pull up, let it drop back down. And you just do that over and over again. This one's not bad if you're doing it for trout. Trout really like the lift and drop for some reason. I think it's because the sudden, oh, fish on. See there? These guys like it too, apparently. A lot of fish do. It's not uncommon for a fish to hit the lift and drop. But see, here you go. Unique walleye. Wasn't even trying for them. But now you guys know how to catch the good walleye on accident. Use this 6/7 ounce 6/0 hook, and you can catch these walleye right here. That's a good fish. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at that fish, shall we? Yeah, man, that is just a nice fish. Just a nice fish all around. We'll keep it because it's a uni. Let's see if we can catch something else maybe here off this bank. Dang, that's right on the bank too, eh? Oh, fish got hung up on it. Alright, cool. Tackle is unsnagged. Another one is twitch here, like you just, like it says. Put it on slow and just sit there and twitch. Smallmouth bass took that one. Bam, smallmouth, baby. Gotta love them smallmouth. See, that's the thing with these spoons. A lot of fish go for these spoons. So you're not just limited to one fish. You're catching a variety of fish. And it's with each thing that you do and each depth that you're doing it in. Like, see, I'm sitting here and I'm twitching like crazy on this one. I've got it at 3. Twitch, I can get to 3. Just about anybody can. But, see, I missed that one. Bam! Got that one, though. Whatever it is has got a good fight to him. Looks like another northern pike here we just caught. Yep. Bam. Northern pikes. Like I said, you can catch them on spoons, too. But you just got a wider berth of fish that go for these spoons. Alright, you guys have fun, enjoy, and I hope you have as much fun on fishing